welcome to all to the new episode of our science class. Okay, today we are going to learn the balance portion of our lesson, chapter 10, motion and measurement of distances. Motion and measurement of distances. In the previous class, we learned more about motions. We learned about what? Motions. What is motion? We know that motion means when a body is said to be in motion when it changes its position with respect to what? With respect to time. With respect to time. When a body is said to be in motion, when it changes its position, with respect to time, we can say that the body is in motion. That body is in motion. Then in which situation we can say that the body is at rest? When the body is in a state of rest, when it does not change its position with respect to what? Time. With respect to time. So then we learn about different types of motions. Which are the different types of motions we learn? Yes, first one. Yes, we learn about circular motion, then rectilinear motion, circular motion, rectilinear motion, rotational motion, then periodic motion. Then we also learn more examples about each type of motion. Okay, then we learn about different types of motion, then means of transport. In the earlier period, the people used different ways of transporting facilities for traveling and also they used to carry goods from one place to another. We know that in the ancient times, the people used to travel with their legs and also they carry their loads or goods on their shoulders. Okay. Today we are going to learn some measurements. We are going to learn about some measurements. And also in the previous class we learned start about measurements. We know that in the ancient times the people does not have any measuring devices for measuring the length, distances, etc. like. So they use their body parts for measuring. They use their body parts like hands, then legs, then foot, then fingers, etc. are used for measuring. Then after some more years, then they invented so many measuring devices and measuring techniques or tricks for measuring length, distances, etc. Okay, they invented some units, standard units of measurements. They invented some standard units of measurements. Standard units of measurement. Standard units of measurements. In standard units of measurements. International system of units. That standard units of measurement is called SI units. That means International System of Units. SI units. International System of Units. International System of Units. They use they invent International System of Units for measuring for measuring length, distances, etc. In ancient times, they used their hands. If we measure in the ancient period, they used their hands for measuring. Then they take one hand as one centimeter. Then they take one hand as 1 centimeter. Then like this they measure. Then if we measure the distance of or length of the blackboard, then we use the hands. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can take the measurement of the length of the blackboard is 12 hands. 12 hands. So in the number, the measurement contains two terms. First one number, then and a unit. Number and a unit is present. Then the number is 12 and the unit is hands. Then if we know that every person, each and every person are different from one another. Their body parts are also different from one another. Some person have long hands and long fingers, so their measurement of they taking measurements using their fingers, so their body parts are not in a uniformity. So they invented some standard measurements. They are standard units of measurements, that is SI units. Then international system of units they invented for measuring the length and distances, for making uniformity in the measurements, Okay, and also we know that what is distance? Distance is the measure of how far or long something is. Then that is called distance. What do you mean by distance indicates? Distance means how far is something. The measurement of how far something. That means it's the measure of how far or long something. Distance means distance. Distance means distance is the measure of. Distance is the measure. Distance is the measure of. Distance is the measure of what? Measure of how far or how long. How far or long something. How far or long something. Long something means it indicates distance. Distance is the measure of how far or long something. Means that if we measure the distance between from here Idaman to Tenmala, then we take the distance how far or how long something, the places between, the how far the place between from Idaman to Tenmala. So the distance is taken as the measure of how far or long something. Example, if we take next one, length. Length can be measured in terms of units. We know that we can measure the length of blackboard. In the ancient period, they used their body parts for measuring length of something. So it makes some uniformity in measurements. So they invented some standard units for measuring. Then they invented international system of units, that is SI units for measuring length. Then for getting uniformity in all measurements. Then they can make length. Length can be measured in units. Length can be measured in what? Units. What is units? Do you know what is units? Units means a unit is a comparison of an unknown quantity. With that of a known quantity. What is units? Units means comparison of. Units means comparison of an unknown quantity. Comparison of an unknown quantity. With that of a known quantity. With that of a known quantity. Then we can make The standard unit of length is meter. SI unit of SI unit of length. SI unit of length is meter. SI unit of length is meter. That is denoted by the symbol small m. The SI unit of meter is denoted by the letter small m. Okay. Then each meter is divided into each meter. We know that the length, the SI unit of length is meter. Then each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions. Each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions. 100 equal divisions called centimeter. 100 equal divisions called centimeter. Each meter is divided into. We know that we use scales, meter scales for measuring length. We use meter scales for what? For measuring lengths. So we know that each meter is divided into 100. Each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions. It is called centimeter. Length of SI unit of length. SI unit of length is meter. SI unit of length is meter. It is denoted by the symbol not capital M, small m. It is denoted by the letter small m. Then each meter, that is 1 meter, or each meter is divided into. 100 equal divisions. 100 equal divisions. 100. Each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions. 100 equal divisions. Which is called a centimeter. It is called a centimeter. It is called a centimeter. Once again, length, the SI unit of length is meter. It is denoted by the letter small m. Then each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions, which is called centimeter. It is called a centimeter. Okay. Then each centimeter has 1 centimeter, which is equal to 1 centimeter, which is equal to each centimeter contains 10 equal divisions. 10 equal divisions. That is 10 millimeter. That is 10 millimeter. Again, centimeter can be divided into 10 equal divisions. That is millimeter. Again, once again, all of you listen. We know that the unit of length is meter. That is smaller. The meter can be again divided into 100 equal divisions. It is called centimeter. That is denoted by cm. Then each centimeter is divided into 10 equal divisions. Each centimeter is divided into 10 equal divisions. 10 equal divisions. It is called what? Millimeter. It is called a millimeter. It's called a millimeter. That is denoted by millimeter. So all of you listen here. 1 meter. From this we can say write 1 meter. 1 meter, which is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 meter means 100 centimeter. Then 1 centimeter, which is equal to what? 10 millimeter. 1 centimeter, which is equal to 10 millimeter. From this we can say that meter is divided into 10. Each meter, 1 meter is divided into 100 equal divisions. That is called 100 centimeters. Then 1 centimeter means 10 millimeter. That is one. If you take 1 centimeter, that is here to here 1 10 centimeter. In between 1 centimeter there is 10 equal divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 equal divisions are there. So these 10 equal divisions are called millimeter. From here to here it is centimeter. That is centimeter. That is 1 centimeter. That is 1 millimeter. Okay. It is taken as millimeter and it is taken as 1 centimeter. Okay, all of you understood? Okay, that's all. That's in the portion given in your textbook. That is about length. How we can calculate length in the in during that period. Not in ancient period. We know that in the ancient period, the people used their body parts for measuring length and distances. And then it is not given uniformity for taking measurements. So they invented the standard international system of units, and they take the SI unit of length as meter, that is denoted by the symbol M. Then meter is each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions, that is called centimeter, that is cm. Then each centimeter contains 10 equal divisions, which is called millimeter, that is mm. From this we can write 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and 1 centimeter which is equal to 10 millimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, 1 centimeter which is equal to 10 millimeter. Okay, next one. Next we take the SI unit of length is meter. Then the SI unit of distance is, do you know which is the SI unit of distance? Distance is kilometer. Distance, kilometer. Kilometer. Distance, kilometer. It is denoted by km. Small k, m. Km. Okay. K. M. Then here we know that the distance is measured in kilometer. Distance is measured in which unit? Kilometer. 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 kilometer which is equal to what? 1000 meter. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. Then 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1000 meter. Okay. Then from this we know that in this lesson, measurement of distance. The distance can be measured in kilometers. Distance can be measured in kilometer. Length can be measured in which unit? Meter. It is denoted by small m. Then kilometer is denoted by km. Km. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 kilometer which is equal to 1000 meter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 meter which is equal to 100 centimeter, and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. 1 centimeter which is equal to 10 millimeter. All of you understood about measurement of distance and measurement of length? Okay. Next, then how we can measure? We can measure some distances. Correct measurement of length with the scales. With the scales, we know that we use meter scale for measuring length. Then we use a tailor uses tape. A tailor uses a tape for measuring. Then the cloth merchants use a meter rod for measuring. For measuring length, different people use different scales. So we know that we use meter scale for measuring length. Tailor use their tape for measuring the length of cloths. Then measuring the body parts, neck and then sleeves measurements, and also the cloth merchant. Then if we went into a tailor shop, then they take a meter rod and take for measuring the cloth, and then after measuring the cloth, then they cut the cloth. Okay, they use some meter rods for measuring length. Then in taking measurements of length, we need to take care of some ways. That is, first of all, we place the scale in contact with the object along its length as shown. Then we do not change, or we do not keep the scale in an irregular way. We should keep the scale in the correct way for taking measurement. Okay. Second one, in some scales the ends may be broken. We know that the scale contains the divisions from 0 up to 100 centimeters. 0 to 100 centimeters. 0 to 100 centimeters. Some scales does not contain the 0 division. So we should bother about, we do not take the scale without the 0 end, without the 0 end. Okay. Then it is not a correct way for measuring length. Then next method is, we should keep the scale and the measuring objects in the direct contact with our eyes. Direct contact with our eyes. Okay. Then correct position of the eye is also important for taking measurements. Correct position of eye is also important for taking measurements. Okay. Next one, measuring the length of a curved line. 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 We can measure the length of a straight rod, or we can measure the length of a blackboard. We can measure the length of the house plant. Then we can measure the length of some long objects with the meter scales. But we cannot measure the length of a curved line. We cannot. How we can measure the length of a circle? How we measure the length of a circle? We cannot measure the length of a circle with the help of a meter scale. With the help of a meter scale, we cannot measure the length of a circle with the help of a meter scale. In this time we use thread. We use some threads. We use thread for taking measurements. First of all, we take a long thread, then fix one point of the thread in one point, then take the measurements by using the thread from here to here. Then after taking the thread, we take a meter scale. We take a meter scale and put the thread in a straight way. Put the thread in a straight way with the meter scale. Then take the measurement from here to here to here. So in this way we can measure the length of a curved line. We cannot measure the length of a curved line with the meter scale. For in this situation we use a thread for measuring the length of a curved line or a curved surface or curved circle or a circle. We take the measurement by using thread, then take the thread and fix the thread in a straight way manner, then take the length of that thread with using meter scale. Okay. Measuring the length of a curved line with a thread. Measuring the length of a curved line with a thread. Here we can, then how we can measure the length of a wave? How we can measure the length of a wave? How we can measure the length of a wave? We use a thread. Then first of all we keep the thread here to here. Then from here to here. Then here to here. Then we take the distances from here to here with the help of a meter scale. The help of a meter scale, we can measure the length of a curved line. Okay. Then next we learn about types of motions, the things moving around. Yes, okay students, our lesson is over. So in this lesson we learn about motion and measurement of distances. Once again we will revise our lesson. First of all, motion. First of all, motion. First of all, motion. What is motion? When a body is said to be in motion, it changes its position with respect to time. Motion means a body is said to be in motion, it changes its position. It changes its position. It changes its position with respect to time. Then we can say that that body is in motion. The different types of motions are rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion. Then circular motion. Then periodic motion. Then rotational motion. First one, rectilinear motion. What is rectilinear motion? When a body is moving in a straight line path, it is called rectilinear motion. Body is moving in a straight line path. We can say that body is in rectilinear motion. What is circular motion? Then the body is moving in a circular path. We can say that body is in circular motion. Then periodic motion. Periodic motion means motion in which a whole body moves. Not periodic motion which an object repeats its motion with the equal interval of time. Repeats its motion with equal interval of time. Equal interval of time. Then rotational motion means the whole body of an object rotates about an axis. Whole body rotates about an axis. The whole body rotates about an axis is called rotational motion. Once again about motion. What is motion? Motion means when a body is said to be in motion, it changes its position with respect to time. Then different types of motions are rectilinear motion, circular motion, periodic motion and rotational motion. First one, rectilinear motion. The rectilinear motion means that when a body is moving in a straight line path, then that body is in rectilinear motion. Then circular motion means when a body moves in a circular path, it is called circular motion. Periodic motion means when a body repeats its motion with the equal interval of time. When a body repeats its motion with the equal interval of time, we can say that it is periodic motion. Then rotational motions. Okay, measure the length and distances, we use SI units to measure. That is standard international units are used for measuring length and distances. For measuring distances, we use kilometer. Then 1 kilometer, which is equal to 1000 meter. 1000 meter. Then 1 meter, which is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 meter, which is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 centimeter, which is equal to 10 millimeter. So these all things we learned in this lesson. Then how we can measure the length of a curved line? We cannot measure the length of a curved line with the help of a meter scale. We can use thread for measuring the length of a curved line. Okay students, let's wind up the class. Our lesson is over. Then all of you read your next textbook more and more times. Then write your notes in your text notebook. After writing, take a photo and send it to me. Thank you.